Hey guys, it's Deltia from DeltiasGaming.com here to bring you just a real quick guide on DPS and maybe a little tip that not everyone knows. I'm trying to do this self-improvement blog / video guide on how I can improve as a DPS. If you notice on my site, I haven't had a DPS specific guide yet or on the YouTube channel just because I haven't felt that comfortable doing it yet, and I don't think I'm to that level. I'm running with Entropy Rising right now, one of the top guilds in all the Merry faction. I went to Dragonstar Arena, did veteran mode, got to wave 10, but we couldn't beat it. I think my DPS was lacking, so I'm spending about a week or 2 months trying to figure out how I can improve my DPS. A lot of these ways to improve your DPS, like time on target, gear, skills, etc., those are kind of, self-intuitive, kind of self-explanatory. There's a lot of little things you can do to increase your DPS, like for instance potions. I know everyone talks about this and it's just a real simple thing, but Panacea of Spell Power, by itself, that's a huge difference. Now, as a Nightblade DPS, I already have something that enhances my potions ability, called Catalyst. Increases potions effectiveness by 30%. That's great. Something that a lot of people don't know about that I think is really worth investing the time to do is this, Medicinal Use. That's in the Alchemy skill tree. When using potions, result effects last 10% longer. It has 3 skill points. It will take you to get to level 50 in Alchemy to get the full benefit. But think about that. On a Nightblade, 30% stronger and 30% longer potions. If you do the math on this, look at this. So this potion lasts, let's see, 10 seconds. 30% longer, I mean, you're only having about 15 seconds of downtime before you can use another potion. That alone will add a lot of DPS. Now, these are expensive to use and so forth, and this isn't a whole alchemy guide, but it's just something to do, and this is how I go about doing it. A couple of the potions and ingredients in alchemy are really not valuable, and a couple of those that I'm using are Nirnroot and Whitecap, or you can do Violet Copernicus or whatever the heck it's called, and then you just make a crap ton of these. So right now I'm just leveling it up. So I go to level 20, and I just spam this stuff until it's done making it. So as you can see, the alchemy, I don't know the inspiration game. Like I said, this isn't an alchemy specific guide, but some of these you can get on the traders around in Ralka on the All the Merry faction. They're pretty cheap because no one really uses them. This isn't Columbine, this isn't Lady Smock. And the potion that you make to level doesn't really matter. So you don't have to make a fancy spell crit potion to level this up. And that's kind of what you do. So a couple things that you're going to need, obviously ingredients. You're going to need water, and you're going to need some skill points, because you're going to have to put 6 into the leveling and then 3 into the actual trait. Now you can respec after you're done if you don't want to keep the alchemy, but 30%, I'm trying to get this on all my characters, all my 4 characters in All the Merry faction, because I mean that's a lot of DPS, or healing or tanking or whatever you're doing. So let's talk about the water, probably the hardest ingredient to get. As you can see here, I'm using pristine water for level 20. That's my range until alchemy gets to, I'm at 15 to get to level 20. It's kind of tricky getting the waters. Some of them are expensive, especially in the level 4 range. I don't know why, they're just not available. So supply and demand type of thing. You're better off asking guildies to buy from them and or your guild bank, because a lot of people just throw in these lowy ones and because they don't have any use for them anymore. But while leveling, we really need these. So it takes about 30 to 40 potions per level to actually get to the next one. So between 20 and 30, it's going to take about 30 to 40 of these waters. And so it's going to cost you a little bit. You're probably looking at, with the ingredients and the waters, probably 20-30 grand to get this fully maxed out. But if you're like me, you're mid-max, or you're trying to do everything you can possibly do to increase your DPS or your performance, like I am right now, all these little things help. And as you can see, I just ran out of the purified water. I'm at 18, so let's see if I can't just get a little bit more here with the level 10 water and get the upgrade. And see, it still is giving me pretty good inspiration, so I'm just going to go with it and blow through some of these waters. Like I said, Nirnroot, Violet Copernicus, or whatever the heck it's called. Make some of these potions. Wormwood's another one people don't use a lot of. So you can buy those cheap, or like me, I love alchemy, so I'm always farming these mats. And that's really how you do it. So let's get to 20 here. And usually every 10 levels you're going to get the ability to use stronger and stronger waters. Use the strongest water available because that's going to reward the most inspiration. So now I unlocked solvent proficiency. Now I can at level 20 use the different waters. I'm going to take a skill in that. And still at medicinal use 35. So it's going to take a minute to get all this. All this other stuff really isn't that valuable. I mean, it allows you to makes more potions. Some food for provisioning is okay. Like this stuff adds 5 minutes to anything eaten or drink. But that's not really performance-based. The Alchemy one is really the only performance-based passive that you really need, well, in my opinion. So now it unlocks the cleanse water, and that's really all there is to it. You're going to keep doing this until you get to 50. Take those passives, the 3-point skill. If you need back that other points, just go respec out of it. So it's kind of costly, but in the long run, it's worth it. Like me, I'm trying to improve my DPS, and I'm looking at all avenues to do this. So I'm going to be streaming, doing YouTube videos and written guides on my site, trying to find any avenue to increase my DPS, because I don't want to be the weak link, and I don't feel like I know DPS that well at super high end game. So hopefully this was helpful to you. I think anyone can use it. Stick around as I kind of explore and kind of see how I can improve my character in unique and interesting ways that maybe people haven't thought about before. Thanks.